touch this?
Yeah, just touch it. When I go in there. Okay, just hold like this, and you touch it. Touch right there. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
One more, one more.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That time I went to Brazil. I went to Rio, and it was right after the beginning of the first Gulf War, when something I forget 70 countries agreed to join George Bush, the father, to launch a war for no higher cause than to control cheap petroleum. And I remember I was very, I was in a funk. I was very depressed. I was thinking, after all these years of civilization and so on, where, it's the wars of Cortez and Pizarro again. It's, well, even they say that oil is the black gold. So 500 years ago, these Pizarro and Cortez came to the American hemisphere and massacred millions of people in search of gold. And now it's the same thing again. That, this is the way I was thinking. And then I arrived in Rio. And economically, Rio was in a terrible condition. I mean, the inflation was terrible. When you got paid, you immediately bought things, spent all your salary, because 2 days later your money would be worth less. It was, and then I saw Carnival, where thousands of people were dressed as beautiful as they can, and it's the poorest people who do this, and gathered by the thousands to dance, and Carnival is all about alegria, about joy, and you had, the idea is to make the crowds, to spread your joy in the crowds. That's the idea. And I looked at this, and I thought, this is surely all the ostrich plumes from Africa. This is all the peacock feathers from India. And I arrived, I had a toothache, and I went to the dentist, and I said, did you ever dance in Carnival? He says, oh yes, you have to. Once in your life, there's nothing like it. And, to see that we're the richest people of the world. We're fighting this horrible war to control petroleum. The poorest people in Brazil were celebrating their beauty and their joy and their happiness. And I never was in the Carnival in Venice, but I have the idea that in Venice it's very individualistic. At least that's the pictures you see. You see individuals standing there, costumed. But in Rio, you'll have 50 people all dressed the same costume. So it's very, community. It's not, it's creating joy together, and it's not being an individual. I loved Brazil. I loved Brazilian culture.